Okay.
Come to North America. Eclipse will turn day to night, just as the total solar eclipse of August 21st,
Aud la GTA izvorille.
2017 did, but to a greater extent. A total solar eclipse happens when the moon appears the same size in the sky as the sun, or slightly larger, so fully covers the disk of the sun, giving observers a view of the sun's outer atmosphere, the corona. The apparent size of the moon in the sky and whether it can completely cover the sun's disk during an eclipse depends on the moon's distance from Earth. The moon has a slightly elliptical orbit around Earth, so at 2 points each month, it is farthest, apogee, and closest, perigee to Earth, making the moon appear slightly smaller and slightly larger than average in our sky. Today, the new moon will look relatively large and therefore cover 100% of the sun's disk as viewed from the narrow path of totality that stretches from Cineola, Mexico through the US to Newfoundland, Canada. All of North America and Central America will experience a solar eclipse. For most of that region, the spectacle will be solely a partial solar eclipse, though of varying obfuscation. Only within the path of totality, which is 100 to 123 miles wide, will a totally eclipsed sun be visible. That path will stretch from the Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean. It will first make land in Mazatlan and Cineola, Mexico, and cross Durango and Coahuila. Entering the US at Texas, the path of totality then moves through Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and Newfoundland in Canada will also experience totality. As the path travels northeast, the maximum duration of totality will lessen because the moon's distance to Earth changes. At Mexico's Pacific coast, 4 minutes 27 seconds of totality is possible. As the moon's shadow gets larger, the point of longest totality, where viewers could see an eclipsed sun for 4 minutes 28 seconds, will occur at Nazas near Durango, Mexico. After that point, the moon's shadow lengthens and narrows, reducing to a maximum totality of 2 minutes 52 seconds as the path exits North
Sesi?
America at Newfoundland. The 2024 total solar eclipse is set to
Ha,
be
po
a
sisi.
major event. Totality can last twice as long as in 2017, depending on the observed
Morning, man.
location. It's also set to be the
Bene.
longest totality on land for over a decade. So expect eclipse chasers from around the world to visit the path of totality. As a bonus, the sun's corona during totality is expected to be huge. That's because the sun is close to solar maximum, when it's most active during its 11 years or so solar cycle. During totality, Venus will be very bright and shine 15 degrees from the sun.
Da. Te dați ce am spus?
30 degrees from the sun will appear during totality. As with all eclipses, it's important to be close to the center of the path of the moon's shadow if you want to experience as long a spectacle as possible. In practical terms, that means avoiding the edges of the path of totality, where its length drastically reduces. Aiming for close to the center line is wise, but there's no need to obsess about it. Besides, a clear sky remains the most important thing. Totality will get most of the attention, and all serious eclipse chasers will try to get to the path of totality. However, today, most of North and Central America will experience a big partial solar eclipse. Here is what the biggest cities in Mexico, US, and Canada will experience that day at the peak of the event. Only down in Montreal, close to St. Lawrence River, will experience totality.
Nama tatawad na ang pikpungod.
Will experience
Taod.
partial solar eclipse. Given that huge metropolitan areas in the U.S. Northeast, New York, Boston, Philadelphia, Washington,
Bata monitor